Let's be honest, kids are adorable, but some of them seem to have terrible behavior. We don't want to sound mean, but we've all known one or two who can't seem to keep quiet at all. If you don't, well, maybe you were that kid. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. But the point is, for some kids and for some adults too, to be quiet is natural, and for others, it just isn't. Have you ever wondered why? Well, one of the reasons could be disruptive behavior disorder. That's why, in this video, we'll unveil 3 myths about DBD that can help developmental disability advocates understand, deal, and manage behavioral clients who may be affected, so they will never have to say what Mr. Wilson said.
Wilson, that kid, he's a menace.
Ever again. Problem kids. Many people are under the impression that disruptive behavior disorder is just a child misbehaving, and they're wrong. In reality, DBD involves a more persistent pattern of acting out and opposing authority, but not quite as you might think. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, a patient must persist in annoying others, blaming others, or losing his temper quickly for at least 6 months to have the disorder.
So disruptive behavior disorders are several different disorders of childhood in which children don't follow the rules. They tend to be defiant. They tend to have difficulties in school and really have trouble making peer relationships.
So next time a client acts out, don't rush to believe he is in a behavior disorder unless the behavior persists for more than 6 months. Maybe he is just angry or going through something else. DBD is all the same. Now you know how to identify it. But how does the disorder work? Most people think that all DBD clients are all the same, and that is simply not the case. While DBD in general follows a common behavior pattern, the individuals on the disorder usually fall into 3 categories.
Disruptive behavior disorder is an attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, a conduct disorder, or an oppositional defiant disorder.
Let's break down the 2 most common and illustrate the main differences so you can get better at spotting them. So, oppositional defiant disorder is a persistent opposition to authority. This can be manifested as frequent temper tantrums, constant arguing with or talking back, and consistently acting vindictively towards others. On the other side, conduct disorder is a more disruptive, severe behavior disorder in which fundamental social rules are consistently and frequently violated. Conduct disorder may involve deliberately harming others, setting fire to others' property, intentionally damaging others' property, being cruel to animals, and running away from home.
Categorically, these children have trouble following the rules. They are impulsive, they can be aggressive, and they're spending a lot of time getting into trouble.
Now you have a powerful tool to understand better whether your client fits a determined DBD category or not. Just remember that individuals can still combine those and even some different symptoms, despite these being the most popular. So use these categories as a guide, but nothing is set in stone when the subject matter is people. Remember that. Just take your meds. As you will probably imagine, some medications do help to control behaviors, but to rely on medications alone to treat anything is a grave mistake, and that goes for disruptive behavior disorder too. Treatment options for DBD include therapies that involve the child, their family, their teachers, and any other support systems, like direct support professionals, for example.
We need to recognize that these disorders are treatable, and with parent and teacher intervention, a child can move past this and be successful.
Disruptive behavior disorder, like any other disorder, can be caused by a mix of biological vulnerability and an invalidating environment. That's why both clinical doctors and direct support professionals are crucial in pursuing a better quality of life and social integration. With that being said, this video is almost coming to an end. But before you go, one more thing. When dealing with a behavioral client, do like Mr. Wilson and deploy some effort to empathize. Try to put yourself in your client's shoes. You may discover they're more like you than you might think. However, be constantly alert and always expect the unexpected. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and remember, First Choice Family Services is your information resource for the DSP industry.